All right, guys. Book 2, Commentary 5, Gaius Julius Caesar's commentaries on the Gallic War. So the Belgae, who are part of this land of Gaul, and it says that they are intermixed with a lot of Germans. The Germans, I guess, immigrated to Gaul, and some of these areas are the Germans. So there's creating a confederacy, a different states or lands within the huge land of Gaul, which is modern day France right now, are coming together they're banding together, they're providing men to create this big confederacy to go against the Romans and whoever's on the Roman side, whoever has alliances with the Romans. So the Remi, who are a small, like a land or a group that are within, they're a state, or I don't know, a country, not a country, they're a state, or they're a they're a people within Gaul, and they're deciding to give information to Caesar for some reason. And so they told Caesar the amount of numbers that are coming together to create this confederacy. And so here we are on commentary number 5 of book 2. So Caesar, having encouraged the Remi and addressed them courteously, ordered the whole Senate to assemble before him, and the children of their chief men to be brought to him as hostages, all which commands they punctually performed by the day appointed. He, addressing himself to Davidicus the Aeduan, with great earnestness, points out how much it concerns the republic and their common security that the forces of the enemy should be divided, so that it might not be necessary to engage with so large a number at one time. He asserts that this might be effected if the Aedui would lead their forces into the territories of the Ballovaci and begin to lay waste their country, so attack them right away. So he got some good intel, right? With these instructions, he dismissed him from his presence after he perceived that all the forces of the Balgae, which had been collected in one place, were approaching towards him, and learnt from the scouts whom he had sent out, and also from the Remi, that they were not then far distant. He hastened to lead his army over the Asni, which is on the borders of the Remi, and there pitched his camp. This position fortified one side of his camp by the banks of the river, rendered the country which lay in his rear secure from the enemy, and furthermore ensured that provisions might without danger be brought to him by the Remi and the rest of the states. Over that river was a bridge. There he places a guard, and on the other side of the river he leaves Q Titurus Sabinus, his lieutenant, with 6 cohorts. He orders him to fortify a camp with a rampart 12 feet in height and a trench 18 feet in breadth. Food and positioning. Proper positioning. Food and proper positioning. That's what Caesar was thinking about. And also dividing up, remember, and also creating a division. He, addressing him with great earnestness, points out how much it concerns the republic and their common security that the forces of the enemy should be divided, so that it might not be necessary to engage with so large a number at one time. That's brilliant right here, right? He asserts that this might be effected if the Aedui would lead their forces into the territories of the Ballovaci and begin to lay waste the country. So how many men did the Ballovaci? They were the most powerful, remember? So the Ballovaci were the most powerful amongst them in valor, influence, and number of men, that they could muster up 100,000 armed men, and had promised 60,000 picked men out of that number. And they demanded for themselves the command of the whole war. But Caesar's like, no, let's go attack the Ballovaci. That's interesting. Let's attack the Ballovaci, which is going to show we're willing to attack their most strongest, and to divide them up and not allow them to come together right away. Caesar decides to lay waste The Ballovaci. The Ballovaci. Sounds Italian, huh? To divide up the Confederacy. It's brilliant. That's brilliant. 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 That word is crazy. I'm brilliant. It's a weird word. Brilliant. 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 It's a brilliant idea.